Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's edition of Ask Coach Marie. I'm Marie O'Neill, founder of Padma Life Coaching, and your host on this series. This is the place where you ask a question, and I give my unique opinion as a life renewal coach, astrologer, and past life regression facilitator. Please know that I'm not a therapist, and I will never tell you what you must do. Each week on Friday, a new video is released with me answering 2 questions from the viewers. I also talk about various other life renewal topics. Let's go ahead and get going with the question for this week. Our first question comes from Zane, who is in Los Angeles, California. Zane writes, I'm looking for ideas on how to propose marriage to my girlfriend. We have been together for 2 years, and it's time to take this relationship to the next level. I plan to propose on New Year's Eve. Do you have any ideas? Well, congratulations, Zane. And I do have a couple of ideas for you. What is popular now is doing a photo shoot. And this would be setting up a photo shoot for your now girlfriend and having pictures be taken, and then you come in and, of course, propose, whether you've been down on your knee or whether you just walk up to her, but you have this auspicious moment captured. You know, having a photo shoot is one of the best ways that you can propose to your mate. Another thing that people do is have a destination engagement where you actually take your mate on a trip somewhere, maybe to your favorite place or your mate's favorite place in the world or around the country, and you propose there. There's also the first date that you had with your mate. You can always turn that around and use that date as a time to propose and move forward. You can enlist the help of friends or family members, where maybe you have a dinner set up or a luncheon or something special set up, and enlist the help of family and friends to be a part of the tradition. The thing is to set this up in a way that is unique to you and your partner, to the relationship that you have together. I mean, some people put rings inside of food or give bears with rings in them. There's so many ways that you can propose, but do what is going to make you happy. So let me know what your mate said. Did your mate say yes? And I'm assuming that they will. So then let me know when the big day is. Thank you for sending this question in. All right. Our topic for today is New Year's traditions. And of course, I'm talking about this because of New Year's. And of course, in the Western culture, we celebrate New Year's on January 1, whereas in some other cultures, it's not celebrated on that day. It's celebrated February with the new moon. I believe it's the first new moon. Anyway, here in America, of course, there's a lot of different ways to celebrate the new year. And I remember as a kid, one of the ways that we celebrated was going to church, of course, at midnight to pray. And that's a tradition. There is cleaning the house because you want to bring in a fresh new energy for the new year. One of the other traditions that happened, I don't know if it was just in the southern part of the country or elsewhere, you always had to have a man walk through your house as the first person on that New Year's Day. So I still remember the men in the family having to go to a lot of homes on New Year's Day to be the first person to be in the house. There's so many traditions around the world, actually. I believe I forget which country this is, but I think it's the Philippines, where wearing polka dots is a tradition that you do. There's certain foods, for example, eating black-eyed peas on New Year's Day. You always had to have black-eyed peas with some form of greens. I believe it was collard greens, but that brought good luck. If you can tell by what I'm saying, most of the traditions are about bringing good luck and bringing prosperity into a person's house for New Year's. So comment below letting me know what are some of the New Year's traditions that you have in your culture. I'd love to read them, and I'm sure the other viewers would like to read them too. So, all right, let's move on to the second question, which comes from Corinne, who is in Nevada, California. Corinne writes, it's the end of the year and I've not accomplished the goal that I've set for myself this year. I wanted to shed the extra weight my doctor said I should lose for my health. Instead, I gained weight. Can you give me advice on how to lose weight in the coming year? Wow, thank you for that question. And I know that there are a lot of people out there who have the same issue. So please don't beat yourself up for this. We live in a culture where food is just here and we have it in abundance. Sometimes weight gain can be caused by stress. It can be caused by so many things. One of the things that you can do, well, there's a few things you can do, but I would enlist the help of a friend or two who are wanting to do the same thing. If you're working together with someone, you'll be able to team up and support each other on this journey to reach this goal. The other thing is stay away from the scale. It's stressful to get on the scale and because you want to see the numbers going down. And, sometimes they do go down, but because of the stress that you can hold in your body, it can actually cause you to hold weight too. Another thing is you can do a cleanse. I know that in my community, there are places where you can do juice cleanses, maybe a 3-day cleanse or a 5-day cleanse. There are colonics that people do to help clean out the system. The point is you want to start fresh. So that means cleaning out the toxins out of the body if you can do that. And a cleanse is the best way to do that. I wouldn't necessarily start on January 1 to do this because we've still got a lot of leftovers from the holidays. And it's also wintertime. And wintertime is very difficult to start anything new because we're supposed to be in hibernation. And when we are in hibernation, what do? We want stews. We want comfort food. We do not want to restrict what we're eating. The best time to actually start to work on the weight is springtime because, it's a new beginning. In our Western tradition, we look at the spring equinox as the beginning of the spring. It's the astrological sign of Aries, which is a new beginning. So my suggestion is actually not to do this in January, but to wait until the spring equinox. But set up a plan, with somebody. And you can also have someone that you're accountable to, whether it's a coach, whether it's a friend, whether it's someone that you hire. You can have a personal trainer. It all comes down to the stress that needs to probably be reduced, increasing the exercise and also looking at the food. And, with food, some people do really well eating carbohydrates and some people don't. You really need to know what's right for your body. There's also intermittent fasting, which is something that can work for people too. Intermittent fasting is where you choose to not eat for, say, 14 hours or 16 hours. Some people go 18 hours and find that works. For some people, it doesn't work. So you can look that up too. But anyway, I hope that gives you some ideas. Please let me know how you're getting on with this. I would love to have you comment below telling all of us how you're doing with this. And thank you once again for the question. All right, we have come to the end of the questions for this week. I want to thank everyone who has been watching these videos, who have taken the time to like and subscribe to the channel. And by the way, if you haven't, please do so. That really does help the algorithms. Happy New Year to everyone. And I do wish everyone a prosperous and joyous 2025. Thank you all for being here. And if you have questions that you'd like me to answer, please send them to padmacoach@icloud.com. If you would like to learn more about me or learn more about my services, my website is padmalifecoaching.com. If you're interested in learning more about, my journey, then check out my book, which is And the Lotus Opened, a memoir. You can find that on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, any place where online books are sold. All right. Thank you. And I will see you back here next week. Bye-bye.